A very good morning to you. It's Tuesday morning and quite a nice day here in Manchester. Up and about early this morning. Bad night last night, but hey ho. Perhaps one of the reasons, apart from feeling ill last night, that I couldn't sleep is that I had been promised via text that my Omega Seamaster 300 was posted yesterday, Royal Mail insured, signed for, with a promised pre-1 PM delivery today. Who knows? I can't explain to you how excited I am. Let's just wait and see. I sincerely hope this excitement and indeed the money that I've spent is justified, but of course more of that later. What I want to talk about today is kind of a subject, and a very old-fashioned subject really. The old saying, does manners maketh the man? Well, to a certain extent I believe it does, so I'm putting a little bit of a twist on that, which will probably fit in quite nicely with our view of watch snobbery. And the question now is, does the wristwatch maketh the man? Simply put, I sincerely hope not, and I'm going to try to demonstrate why. The reason it doesn't, in my view, and these are my views alone of course, is if you apply the same logic to clothes. A little bit of my past history: I am by trade a fully trained hearing specialist, and also I am a professional fundraiser, registered with the professional organisation of charity fundraisers, and also appear in Who's Who in fundraising. Now, if you go for a job interview, you are expected to turn up at an orderly time. You are expected to turn up well presented, i.e. suited and booted, and so that when you're sat in front of the person or the interview panel, you at least look as though you know what you're doing. Now, if I were to go for a job interview in my best suit, with a lovely tied tie, well polished shoes, and look every inch the professional that I believe I am, and then an equivalent me turned up later that day in jeans worn at the knees, t-shirt and trainers, the way I dress for an interview does not affect my skill level. I'm still the same person, I still have the same skill level, but the view of people in general is that if you turn up suited and booted, you are the kind of person who they would like to work for their organisation. So, do watches maketh the man? Well, let's put it this way. So, if you are going out, for instance, and you're taking a suitable young lady to a date, and you're dressed up nicely and that kind of thing, and you want to make a good impression, is this kind of thing what you would wear? My fiddy Marina Militaire? I don't think so. It's a bit bulky, it's a bit masculine, it's a bit in your face, and it's not something that I think will be suitable for a date. So, what route do you take? Well, let's have a look here. Do you take this route? Yes indeed, there it is. That is my Rolex GMT Master 1 circa 1969, 1970. Pepsi bezel, oyster band. It is indeed the original Rolex clasp with the impressions on the inside, etc. So, do you wear that? Well, if a woman that you're with perhaps is interested in money, but you don't know that because this is your first date, then going out wearing a Rolex, might seal the deal for you, but obviously, of course, later on you will find that perhaps said lady is after your money, so it might not be a good thing to do on the first date. So do you go down the route of not wanting to appear too flash, but flash enough without spending a lot of cash? And at this point I revert to the Invicta, which is the two-tone, looks like a two-tone bluesy, and I said in my video when I reviewed this, I would defy anybody from a distance to know between the two. So do you go down that route, or is the gold a bit flash? When you're doing certain activities, there are people down at the airfield where I fly who want to appear, everything about them is, I'm a pilot and I want everybody to know it. Well, I do own a couple of pilot watches, and there they are. One is a rotary, which is obviously an immediate rip-off from the Breitling Navitimer, and I've got a Parnis, which is a rip-off of an IWC old-fashioned pilot, big pilot. Now this one is brilliant for when you fly in a plane because of the big, plain, easily readable dial, and that was the reason, of course, we all developed, our watchmakers developed this style of watch, because in a plane cockpit you don't have a lot of time to check the time if you're looking at your fuel reserves, etc. So you need a decent watch. There's a saying in flying is that the only time that you have too much fuel in your aircraft is when it's on fire. So do you go down that route if you want to put an opinion forward? Well, a lot of people do. Does my bother only stand for wearing with jeans and a t-shirt? I would say yes. I would say yes. Why? Well, because it's big and it's bulky. It isn't designed for anything other than being a utilitarian watch. It's strong, it is masculine, it is waterproof to 300 meters, it has the silicone strap, which is lovely and comfortable, and I personally feel if you're wearing that with a suit, you're going to look stupid. Because it will not, under any stretch of the imagination, fit under the cuff of a formal suit. So if you are wanting to have the right image for the watch making the man, and you are out on a date, then have something that's a little bit understated, something that you feel will give the right impression, that you've tried to dress in such a way and accessorize in such a way that you are paying some attention to the person who you're going for that meal with. Now, lots and lots of people will scoff at this watch because of the brand, but it was a gift, and I love it because if the name wasn't on it, it looks damn expensive. Let's see if I get this light off there. There you go. And it's a Seconda. It is a chrono. It is a quartz. As you can see, it's got the date window at the fore. But it is beautifully plated in rose gold. It is well plated as well. You can get some cheap watches which actually look cheap, and this one by no stretch of the imagination looks cheap. Even the buttons, the presses, the pushers and the crown that you use on a daily basis do not wear, and it has the most glorious sapphire crystal. Look at that, look how domed that is. Now you will pay a crap load of money for that on an IWC or an Omega or a Rolex. It even has a beautiful gold-plated embossed buckle. Can I get that in? Do you see that? There you go, with the name on. and with the lovely mock croc dark brown genuine leather strap. So, is that the watch to wear if you're going out with a young lady or going out to a formal? I'm actually going to a wedding in Ireland later this month actually. Will I be wearing this? No, and I'll tell you for why I'll be not wearing that. I will be wearing my Rolex, because my Rolex comes out on high days and holidays, and I think this wedding counts as a high day. Excuse me. So, does the watch maketh the man? No, it doesn't. But what it does do is allow said man to finish off the image that he's trying to portray. And the perception of that man is solely in the eyes of the person that you're with, the person that you love, the person that you're going out with for the first time potentially, or the bank manager from whom you're trying to get a loan. So I kind of hope that, you know, the snobbery aspect of watch collecting, which we keep touching on, doesn't start to dictate what watch you should wear all the time if you want to give over a certain image of yourself. I think it's common sense to wear the correct kind of watch for a situation, but who you are, how you speak, what you talk about, and where your expertise lies, that is what maketh the man. It is your honesty, not only to other people, but to yourself. Don't pretend to be something that you're not, because the perpetuation of a lie is a very, very hard thing to do. I always tell the truth. People don't like it a lot of the time. My partner, I always say to her, never ask me, does my bum look big in this dress, because I'll tell you. So, watches maketh the man? No. Watches maketh the right impression? Possibly. Get the watch right, given it is the only adornment that we men have, generally, can make the difference. A nice suit, well-polished shoes, a nice shirt, a well-tied tie, and please use a Windsor knot. Don't use this wrap it round and tuck it through malarkey. If you don't know how to tie a half or a full Windsor knot, check out a website called Mr. Porter. He does a number of videos on YouTube as well, very interesting, all focused on how to be a gentleman. Really interesting stuff. So I guess that's it for this one. I hope I put my views over clearly and concisely. If I haven't, let me know, usual place, down below. If you have any questions about this video, down below. If you want to lambast me about this video, down below. If you disagree completely, then by all means let me know. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. All being well, if the Omega arrives today, there'll be an unboxing video. Excited! So that's it. Thank you for carrying on watching this nonsense. Thank you to all my current subscribers. 7 of you. It's fantastic. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you for your time for watching. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.